What's up, crypto family? Welcome to the Crypto Logic channel. My name is John, and my mission here in this channel is to make crypto as logical as possible. So if you guys are aligned with that, please hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video drops. Happy Monday. We are in the second week of March of 2022. The year is moving by faster and faster. I think a lot of things are going to happen by the summertime. That's a random thought I just had, but I kind of want to, today's video is going to be mostly about the news that was going all over around the world right now, basically about Europe, right? Essentially for people who are in the know or who's ever into crypto will kind of have their eyes on this. And I'm going to break down a little bit, just go over briefly why it's positive news either or for LCX, and then some news about XRP. And yeah, it's going to be sort of a quicker video today. Nothing much going on. I'm still working on my dedicated videos for Thor, Louverture, and some other protocols that I'm looking into that I want to speak about. Those will be coming soon. But today's video is going to be kind of hands-on, a little shorter. But with that being said, let's just dive right into it. Let me see what's going on. Let me get the crypto bubbles ready, right? And let me go take a look at the market today. And we're at $1.72 trillion overall market cap, which to me, still a dip. Bitcoin was on the verge of either collapsing tremendously or staying static where it is, which is right now based on the news that I'm going to go over. Ethereum is still above 2,500, barely, right? We got Binance. XRP has some solid news coming out. Obviously, last week we got a first win. The SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense was denied, so the Ripple's going to be able to argue its case that they didn't know what they were doing was wrong because the SEC did not give them a fair notice, fair warning. So they're going to be able to argue that in the court. That doesn't mean that it's a guaranteed win, but it leans highly favorable to XRP Ripple to having the leverage for a settlement, because the SEC would probably rather go for a settlement than a flat out loss. If they don't, I think they would rather they wouldn't want to take that risk if they know that Ripple has the leverage, right? Luna's still doing well. Cardano's slowly creeping out of the top 10. Solana can overtake it at any moment, right? $1 billion away from overtaking it. Avalanche just slipped out of the top 10, but I think it'll come right back. But yeah, the market looks. Look at Near Protocol. Near Protocol is right around from the top 10, right out of the top 10. I love it. Where is it at? Right there, 22, halfway there. I think Near Protocol is going to blow up this year, in my opinion. Chainlink, oh, damn, Chainlink's on a nice dip. Cosmos, Chronos. Okay, that sounds good. The bubbles. Market, Rune, I told you guys. Thorchain. Thorchain is something to definitely look out for on this new narrative of decentralized blockchains, etc., that's going on because of Ethereum and everything. Rune is going to be one of the ones that people need to keep their eye on. I think this is a project that's going to do very well. Shout out to Dante, he put me on this. But yeah, there's a lot more to basically dive into Thorchain and Rune. If you haven't, check out Dante DeFi's video about this. Fire. But yeah, the market seems to be kind of lukewarm. Not too much of a big dips, big losses or anything like that. Kind of everything's just staying stagnant. But I basically kind of want to go over the news today of what happened, right? So this broke today. Today was supposed to be the voting for Europe's regulation, MiCA. They were going to, quote unquote, potentially ban proof of work protocols. Proof of work cryptos, Bitcoin and Ethereum would have been affected. So it says, but today it says the European Parliament votes against the de facto Bitcoin Ethereum proof of work ban. So it says the European Parliament's Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs, Econ, on Monday has voted against the de facto proof of work ban. 32 against, 24 in favor. So it says a provision looking to force proof of work cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum to switch to the more environmentally friendly proof of stake consensus mechanism was in a draft of markets in crypto assets MiCA, which was up for a parliamentary vote today. Proof of work is consensus mechanism used consensus mechanism used by Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even the popular meme coin Dogecoin. The mechanism requires many computers to work hard to solve complex problems in order to validate transactions on the network, yielding crypto rewards to the system that gets to the solution the fastest. It has been touted as an effective model to secure the blockchain and deter bad actors from validating fake transactions, which is true because proof of stake obviously will be requiring to set up nodes and requiring having tokens to supply to the ecosystem of that network. Proof of work, you have to physically supply your mining rigs, etc., to boost that network and basically mint tokens and validate the transactions on that token. So that's why proof of stake replaces that with nodes and staking and yield farming in regards of everything's digital on the blockchain, which can actually be easier apparently for bad actors to get involved, because bad actors are not going to spend that much money, and you can't really scam a proof of work mechanism. And apparently they're saying that you could scam a proof of stake mechanism, but in a sense it's more environmentally friendly, so it's better for the economy, because obviously high computing power is required for proof of work, which is crazy because to me it's just a bunch of FUD, because you got people saying proof of work, proof of stake, which one's better? Ethereum's moving over to the consensus network, moving over to proof of stake, which would lower the gas fees, etc. Bitcoin, they're saying Bitcoin was probably not going to be able to move over to that. It's just an outdated blockchain. It wasn't going to be able to move over to that, and Bitcoin would have been damaged. That's what they were saying in my readings, that it would have been highly unlikely for Bitcoin to be able to adapt to this law that if it were to pass. So it's a bunch of craziness, in my opinion, a bunch of FUD. It was like a lot to kind of like, it just broke today, so I had to process all this today. So it's kind of a lot to think. I think it's just a bunch of FUD. There's no way that they're going to shut down crypto. Crypto is here to stay. It could have been a likely scare tactic to lower the markets a little bit more. They knew it wasn't going to pass or something. I don't know. It's just a bunch of FUD. Just stay vigilant. Know that crypto is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And that leads me into LCX. And shout out to Kraco01. He says LCX was already prepared for the MiCA regulation back in 2020. In September, the European Commission already mentioned LCX. We're talking about a couple of years ago. Don't be surprised if this beast will become the most important exchange in crypto. I truly believe that LCX will become the most important exchange in crypto and be one of the heavy hitters in the crypto community, in the crypto world, in the crypto space. So like if you look at these documents here, the European Commission, Brussels, basically mentions LCX, and it says in the European and in the EU and in Europe, several projects for the creation of security token platforms. LCX can create security token, is one of the only registered exchanges that can offer security tokens, which I've made a video about that. Security tokens are going to change the game, or in the post-trade area have been identified, but few are already in operation or are limited in scale for both operational and legal reasons. LCX is the only exchange that can offer security tokens. So it says here, I can't even pronounce that. Liechtenstein Crypto Assets Exchange, LCX, targets professional investors and plans to provide trading, custody, portfolio management, and analysis services that target all types of crypto assets. This is huge news. Obviously, one of the most bullish things you can ever see for LCX. LCX is primed to be one of the ones that take over the exchange game of crypto and decentralized exchange game of crypto, because they obviously have the CX centralized version and they have decentralized. I don't know why my Twitter here. This is my other Twitter that's not following LCX, but that's funny. But yes, regulatory compliant. I love LCX. I can't wait for the mobile app to come out. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that for Apple, okay, for the iOS, because the Android app is already out. I'm waiting for the LCX exchange app to come out for iOS. Good news for LCX. Inadvertently good news for LCX, because it doesn't affect LCX. It actually boosts LCX and keeps it obviously makes it much more powerful, right? And then I kind of want to show you guys this today. It says Ukraine says it's using its crypto donations to buy new military equipment. This is fascinating to me because obviously, and unfortunate because we are dealing with the people who are inadvertently affected by this war. And I'm very unfortunate. I've seen the news of it, and it's very bad that what's going on over there. So, my condolences and everything like that to everyone who's affected in that war. It's stupid, silly war. But we gotta find some light within the dark. Eventually it'll all be over soon, and I hope it ends on good terms and etc. Right? It says Ukraine is now using the crypto assets it received as donations to buy new military equipment amid the ongoing war in Eastern Europe. So it says they used the donations to buy 5,500 bulletproof vests, 500 ballistic plates for bulletproof vests, 500 helmets, 3,000 thermal imager and optics, 60 walkie-talkies, 410,000 packed lunches, 3,427 medicines. Crypto assets proved extremely helpful in facilitation of funding flows to the armed forces of Ukraine. Huge thanks to everyone who donated to the crypto fund of Ukraine. Each and every helmet and vest bought via crypto donations are currently saving Ukrainian soldiers' lives. That's crazy. It says Ukraine has already spent $15 million worth of crypto donations, and that they're expected to receive $50 million worth of crypto donations in the coming days. That's the power of crypto. Doesn't matter about the money. Doesn't matter about the banks. Doesn't matter. Amid a war where another country is literally invading them, they're able to purchase what they need without having to use their money or print money or whatever. They just use crypto, and it's donated from around the world. That is the power of true decentralized digital money. And that's nothing. You can't get more bullish than that about crypto. And the last thing I want to talk about is this Ripple news that just broke. It says Ripple appears on the brink of significant price movement. XRP could soon conclude its stagnation phase and signal where its price is heading next. This is interesting because it says XRP appears to be gaining momentum for a breakout as it approaches the apex of a symmetrical triangle on its daily chart. Ripple looks primed for volatility. Ripple gears to be gearing up for a significant price movement after consolidating for nearly 3 months. The cryptocurrency market has kicked off Monday's trading session on a positive note. Bitcoin gained more than 1,000 points in the market value, while Ethereum surged by 3.67%, and that's because of the European vote that basically scratched out the banning of proof-of-work mechanisms, right? So this is going to be mostly chart talk, which I'm still learning. It's kind of interesting, right? Obviously, this has to do with the case. It says it's worth noting that XRP remains at a risk of securities classification. So obviously, the lawsuit ending not in favor of Ripple. Even though Ripple has assembled an all-star team of securities lawyers, which Andrew Carsacini, which is the former director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement, being one of them. A hypothetical XRP equals security court ruling will not go unnoticed. The ripple effect of such a decision could lead to a wipeout of many adamant investors. So that's the risk. That's why XRP is very risky, because if this ends up with XRP being labeled security, a lot of people are going to say it's honestly will not be worth it to invest into XRP, because then you would need to be a accredited investor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that could damage a lot of cryptos in the crypto space. But there's a chance that hopefully just the initial offering of the XRP tokens were considered security tokens, and the current tokens of XRP are not security tokens. That could be a possibility. That could be dealt in the settlement, but maybe Ripple will say, we don't even want the word security attached to us. So that's why if XRP gets good news in the case, buying XRP at these prices would, not financial advice, be very net positive for you, right? It's a guaranteed pump if this case ends in XRP's favor. It's a guaranteed pump back to all-time high, maybe even double the all-time high, and hopefully $10. I don't know. That's just my thinking about it. It's all by design. I think this has all been planned out. In the next 3 to 5 years, the whole world as we know it is going to be completely, dramatically, and radically different. And the dollar might not even be relevant as much. It'll be a digital economy, and that's where I think we're moving towards. So I think they're trying to make everyone freak out with all these random news that are coming out, right? But you just got to look for the light within the dark, okay? And I know today's video isn't as much of a deep dive There's a lot of FUD going on in the marketplace. I am working on those dedicated videos. I will be dropping those random dedicated videos that doesn't have a market review, it's basically just get straight to the point of whatever it is I'm talking about. So shout out to all the LCX holders, XRP holders, Quant holders, KDA holders, Happy holders, VXV holders, everybody. There's so much more I can name. But Thor, LVT, shout out to all you guys. I will be making more of those videos as much as I can, as best as I can. More deep dive research. But I do love going over the market and random news with you guys every day, because if there's some place where we can talk about crypto, it'd be here on this channel or in the Discord. So please join the Discord. I still want to be obviously making content to make these type of videos where, hey, this is what's going on around the world. Okay. These videos don't do as well because it's boring, I guess, but I don't care. My YouTube is this YouTube channel is just so I could, do what I feel like I would want to hear. And whoever wants to hear it, you guys are real ones. We're going to make it. And once again, I want to thank you guys all for your support. I have some major announcements coming in the Discord, which I'm working on. Tomorrow, there will be a podcast dropping with Crypto Sage. Dope person. He's one of the coolest people I met in crypto. He's super chill, transparent. That conversation was fire. It was like 2 hours. So I can't wait for that podcast to drop tomorrow. But yes, you guys, thank you guys for all your support. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Yeah.